here, whoever's on the phone, you'll just kind of let us know. Okay. Let's call the Joe Board meeting to start here this morning with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. We have Chad Weaver with us, Sam, Cody, Jeff, so we do definitely have enough here, I guess we do just. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for a motion that the minutes of the previous meeting be accepted as presented.
So, motion.
Call for a vote, please.
Mr. Weaver.
Yeah.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. Pisarcik.
Yes.
Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
Looking for a motion that the Joe report for August 2021 be accepted as presented.
I'll motion. Second.
Call for a vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Weaver.
Yeah.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. Pisarcik.
Yes.
Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
Looking for a motion that the prisoner transport report for August 2021 be accepted as presented.
Seven. Second.
Call for a vote, please, Ken.
Mr. Weaver.
Yeah.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. Pisarcik.
Yes.
Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
Looking for a motion that the financial report for September 2021 be accepted as presented.
Second.
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks, Jeff.
I was getting ready to call in before, and then I got a phone call I had to take. So I'm sorry to read the opening.
Alrighty. So we are just now voting on the financial report. So call for a vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Weaver. Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. Pisarcik.
Yes.
Mr. Burkett.
Mr. Burkett. Yes. Okay.
Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
Thank you. Looking for a motion that the intermediate punishment report for August 2021 be accepted as presented.
Motion. Second.
Okay, call for a vote, please.
Mr. Weaver.
Yeah.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. Pisarcik.
Yes.
Mr. Burkett. Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking for a motion that the restrictive intermediate punishment drug and alcohol program report for August 2021 be accepted as presented.
Motion. Second.
Okay, we have, call for vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Weaver.
Yes.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. Pisarcik.
Yes.
Mr. Burkett. Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
We roll into old business. Is there any old business at this time that we need to discuss?
I have nothing.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think we have anything outstanding. So. Okay, so no old business. So let's go to new business.
Sam, your transports, looks like that last one went through. You said that they might be limiting us. Looks like they accepted everybody.
Yeah, I actually have a couple more spots open right now for next month. Whether I get the paperwork in time or not, but as of right now, everybody's been sentenced to state prison is scheduled right now, so we are up to date right now. Getting a little bit better with the state right now.
I know the DOC has started allowing us to send people to training as well. For, once they get full-time, they have to go for training, so they've started allowing us to send county employees in addition to state employees, so we're getting everybody trained up now.
Yeah, how many do you have training now?
We just send one at a time,
One at a time.
so they go for like 2.5 weeks, and then the next class starts within a week or two, and we've just been trying to cycle them in as they allow us. They could change at any minute, but for now, we're trying to get caught up.
You want to give us anything on Joe, anything?
As far as the day-to-day business, everything's been, kind of status quo. Couple new things. Christine Schaefer, she used to be Christine Lindemuth, worked for Jefferson County Probation. She now works for the Center for Community Resources, and she saw in the paper that looking to start some new programs, and she approached me about getting Real Colors started in there, which is basically they come in and assess the inmates, and then they connect them to the services that best suit them in the community. So they kind of get the ball rolling before they ever leave us, and get them hooked up to whoever would best suit them once they get out in the community. So we're in talks with them about trying to see what we can do and everything to make that happen, effectively. But we're waiting for response from her. And I did reach out to Narcotics Anonymous, and we had a meeting with them a couple weeks ago, and they have to go through their area to get NA meetings started in there. But we already have a couple volunteers lined up that they have to get institutional training before they can come work inside the jail. So they're working on getting their people the training they need so they can start sending people in too. So we'll start having regular Narcotics Anonymous meetings once we can get that ball rolling. But I just talked to him this morning. He said he had a meeting last night, and that's where they stand, is they're trying to get those people trained so they can be more effective in jail.
Anybody else have questions? How about work release? Let's just talk about that for a second. Everything going smooth there?
Yeah, we haven't had any, they get tested weekly for COVID. We haven't had anybody popping hot or anything like that. So they're going to work. They're, for the most part, doing what they have to do while they're there, and then they come back. So
Chad, Jeff, either one of you guys have any questions or any comments?
Yeah. This is Jeff. I just have one quick one. Are there any restrictions right now on things like prison ministry and things like that? Or
we're still allowing all programs to come in. So currently they come in, they get the temperature taken. Obviously they go through the metal detectors. They've always had to. And we now have a COVID screening at the receptionist desk. Any outside programs that come in or anybody that has to come in basically passes from lobby area. They get asked, the normal COVID screen questions, and then as long as there's no red flags or anything, they're allowed to see the inmates.
thank you for that.
Yep.
Okay, Jeff, you have anything? I do. So let's, I guess let's, at this time, let's just turn it over. We see nothing on here, so we can turn it over to the press. Any questions you got?
Can you maybe just elaborate on that real color? Is that what you called it, real color?
Real colors, yeah, I actually have handouts here, this is like the very brief overview. You guys want to do?
Whoa. Give me a quick update when you do something.
Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
Basically, it's like a single point of contact for people to get connected to the spider web of services that are available. So they do the assessment, they figure out what's best for the inmates or the people in the community that they're working with, and then they make those connections. They have, all the contacts and everything. So it just makes it go a lot more smoothly as far as that, so we aren't having to reach out to all these places, they'll do the assessment and everything.
So it's really helping that transition process whenever they are.
Yeah, and that's the goal, is to help them make those connections before they get released, so they can transition to the outside. And maybe already have some semblance of recovery going already.
Any other questions?
No, nothing.
Okay. Well, I guess if we have no further questions, any comments we want to add before we're done? Anybody got anything? Then I guess we will look for a motion to adjourn.
So.
Okay, all right. Meeting's adjourned.
Yeah.
Hello.